Ever wondered how to produce high quality Alkyd resin that meets industrial standard? In this video, I'll take you step by step through an advanced process that will allow you to create 250 liters of prime Alkyd resin for use in high performance paints. We'll explore the materials, chemical, procedures and equipment needed along with the exact measurement, industrial requirements and safety precautions to ensure top quality results. I've spent years refining this process to achieve the highest performance standard, and today I'll be sharing everything I know with you. Alkyd resin is a polyester base and used widely in paint, varnishing and coating. It provides excellent durability, gloss, and drying characteristics. I'll be showing you a combination of oil like linseed oil, soya oil, and dehydrated castor oil to ensure drying speed and durability. We'll also for flexibility and improved drying time. Let's go over the chemicals for the formulation. 1. Glycerol, 2. Phthalics, 3. Hydrotrial, 4. Linseed oil, 5. Soya oil, and you have xylene and other chemicals. So for 250 liters, you will need 50 kg of phthalics hydrated, 750 liters of oil and 50 liters of xylene and a solvent. Now, we'll be talking about the equipment. You will need a rector vase with temperature control, a condenser for reflux, and an agitator for mixing. So now, let's talk about the step-by-step production process. First, we'll add the 25 liters of glycerol into the reactor of about 110%. Then we'll slowly add 50 kg of phthalics hydrated. Please take note, like I said, this is the advanced industrial process of producing Alkyd resin, and you're going to be using a rector. Rector simply means the machine that you'll be using in the production process of this Alkyd resin. So the next now is adding of the oil and solvent. We'll add our blends of oil, which are 50 liters of linseed oil and 25 liters of soya oil, while maintaining the temperature at around 150 centigrade. Now, we'll add about 1025 gram of litres hydrated to catalyze the reaction. We'll keep the temperature between 220 to 230 centigrade to ensure a smooth esterification process. You see, the process is all about monitoring the temperature for it to be accurate so the mixture can blend very well. Like, remember I said from the onset that this is the industrial process on how to produce Alkyd resin. We also have the other manual process as well, but this is the industrial process. Now we move over to the reflux and water remover. As water forms, because water is going to be forming because we're using a rector, you understand, we'll use the consider to remove it from the system, that is to remove the water. So the goal is to continue until the acid value reaches about 10 kilogram. So this process is where we have the water removed. And then once the esterification is completed, we'll add about 5 grams of benzoic acid to improve the flexibility and drying time, because you know this is Alkyd resin. So we also need to make sure the flexibility and the drying time is accurate. So finally, we now check and adjust the velocity using xylene as a solvent. Also, we move over to the cooling and fluctuation. We will now reduce the temperature to about 400 centigrade and filter the resin to remove any impurity. So after we've done all the production process, and of course we have achieved the velocity of our resin, we'll now go down to the cooling and filtration process, which simply means we have to filter the impurity, whatever we don't want from the resin, for it to come out very smooth, and then we allow it to cool down. So now let's talk about the industrial requirement. For the industrial use, the Alkyd resin should have an acid value below 100 milligram, a velocity tailored to the paint application, and a drying time of about 6 to 24 hours. So while mixing, you have to monitor your resin. So the value should be at 10 milligram. That is the velocity. So because you know this resin is used in paint application and the production of paint. So you don't want the velocity to be higher or lower. Now we'll talk about environmental concern, which is crucial. Remember to always wear your goggles, your gloves, and please, you have to be in a well ventilation area when you're doing this industrial production of Alkyd resin, because we have solvent like xylene, they are flammable. So to keep them away from open flames, and we have to follow proper disposal method, which is after your production, you have to dispose all your containers and you keep them properly to avoid any issues. So now we go over to the testing and packaging. We'll now test the velocity and acid value. Very important. You hear me talking about the velocity and acid value because these are the two processes that will make you achieve a more standard Alkyd resin. So you make sure that the velocity and acid value to ensure the resin meets your standard. You understand? So you can make use of a Brook filler velocity meter for velocity testing. You can get it, you use it to check the velocity of your Alkyd resin. So now we're talking about the packaging. Once the resin is cooled, remember I told you that we've talked about the cooling and filtration process before we moved over to the industrial requirement, and then we came over to the environmental concern, and then we'll talk about the testing and packaging. So now we are in the packaging, you understand? So once the resin is cooled and filtered, it is now ready to be stored. And please, you have to store your resin in a sealed drum. Make sure the containers are airtight to prevent the solvent evaporating, because you have to store it, because once you store this resin, it also goes under another process in the storage before usage, you understand? So it's advisable you store it in an airtight drum, of course iron drums, because this is a Alkyd resin, you understand? So you store it in an iron drum so it will be easy for you to make use of it. So in today's video, we have gone through the complete process of producing 250 liters of advanced Alkyd resin, from changing the rector to the final filtration. You now have the knowledge to create high quality resin for industrial use, like I said. So if you found this tutorial helpful, please like this video, subscribe for more step-by-step guide on resin production, and of course other industrial formulation, paint formulation, color mixing, and all of that. Also, drop your comment in the comment section. Like I said, I always want to know my subscribers and my students. So once I see your comment, I'm going to attend to it immediately. And in that way, I'll get to know you more. You understand? So if you want more detailed breakdown or need personal guidance, you can check out our advanced course on Alkyd Resin production. The link is going to be in the description where you'll be directed to talk to me. Let's see if we can work together and help you achieve your paint production process. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.